What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are doing well. So today what I'm going to be doing is I did get a comment on which someone wanted me to essentially go through and break down my first actual call. Discovery, closing, whatever it is. They just said, just break down your first call in general, right? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go through everything, and what we're going to do is we're essentially going to break down our very first call with a client, and we're just gonna pretty much go through everything, see what I probably fucked up on, probably more fuck ups than good things that I probably did, but we'll just see. Let's get into it.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you? How's your day going so far, bud?
Good so far, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, no, I know I reached out.
So yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I think throughout the video, I was a little nervous just because he was like my first person I got to meet with me. But you guys can kind of like already tell like from just like his background. Well, I mean, I know it's early on, but you guys can I just want to let you guys know that I was a little nervous. So if I'm stuttering, don't make fun of me. This was my first lead that joined the call, I guess.
I would say 2-3 days ago. And then you mentioned that you were looking to like implement some AI systems, right?
I'm curious about what is your service offering.
Okay, yeah, no worries. So pretty much I'll give you like a high level overview of what it is, right? And then we'll kind of like just see if it's a good match. So essentially Ascendience is pretty much like helping other salons and med spas to pretty much act as like a receptionist at the front desk, right? For example, whenever someone is making a call, right? Or whenever someone is, wanting to ask general questions, there's a lot of
Yeah, this is the first fuck up. I should have had a thing where I sent over like a pre-call video for him to watch. That way he knows what the call is about instead of him just asking right off the bat what the fuck it is that we do, right? And now I'm probably gonna go on a ramble of like telling him like this is what we do, this is what we do, this is why we're so good. And that's where he fucked up, or that's where I fucked up.
Things that go into it where there's some people that just call to ask general questions, and some receptionists can pretty much do other things to just get more appointments in, right?
Yeah.
So pretty much like the AI handles all of that. So I'm just like pretty curious. Like you said, you're not using any AI at all, like no automations, like whatsoever?
No.
Okay, interesting. How long have you been in business for? Just pretty curious.
I'm in the cannabis business since 30 years.
30 years?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, 30 years. Okay. Wow, okay, 30 years is a long time. So like in those past 30 years, I mean, has AI like ever even popped up in your mind? Like did you ever want to even try it out or just
I really want to get involved in AI. It's something that very interesting me, I use ChatGPT, but like a dumb guy, like Google, you know what I mean? But I believe in AI, and I know that is going to be the key of the business in the near future.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I know. I checked out your website. I know you are you like partnered up with like other salons and med spas as well, or is it just like,
no, just me?
No, okay, gotcha. I mean, what about AI really interests you? Because I know you said that you use ChatGPT here and there, but what's
I use ChatGPT because I'm in America and English is not my first language. When I have email and I want to make nice text, or when I want to know couple stuff and things like that, but very like it's good. It helped me a lot, but I know that I'm not using 1% of the potential of AI. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. So everything that you do right now is just manual, right? No AI, no automations.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Then let's hypothetically say this. Let's say you are using AI, right? Let's say we come in and we implement our systems into your systems as well. Like, what do you look like use?
Just 1 second, my
AI
friend.
for? Yeah, no worries.
What do you do?
I did this book, like, it took me a long time because it's a wedding, so it's like not only hard to, but it looks like more like an 130.
Send me one more.
No, I hope it's enough, but when I expect it's like,
Yeah, I know it's okay.
it's like, it's not what's it, 175. Oh, it's 130 because I get in trouble. Yeah, sorry. It's okay. Thank you.
Okay, my friend, I'm back.
No, all good. No worries. I know you're pretty busy, so I get it.
So yeah, it seems like I'm kind of, I get, what's that word called? Like I'm trying to fight for his time when he should be fighting for my time. So obviously that's like a sense of low authority on my side, which is not really good.
But yeah, no, what I was saying is like, I know you said that you're going to use AI, right? So I mean, what part of like specifically in your business do you want to use AI for? Like as of right now?
Can you repeat?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just asked him what specifically about like AI do you want to like implement in your business, like right now?
I don't know. Maybe AI can help me to develop more, to go get more clientele, more targeting clientele, because I do a lot of Google ads. I'm doing Google ads to bring, and that's working great. But maybe AI can help me to even go get more specific clients, be more efficient into my marketing online business, like Google ads or Meta ads, whatever. Maybe I can have like AI doing like this sort of receptionist,
Okay.
because, that can be very helpful, I don't know what you
Absolutely.
think. Looks like it's your business. You are more into it, and you maybe know more that what you do in your experience. If you already work with salon and spas, what you bring at the table, and how life better and easier and more efficient you make for clients like me. What you think?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So if your main goal is to target more clients, right? And we could get to other stuff as well, but if your main goal is to get more clients, right, then we can definitely make something where we have a receptionist where we can target to get more clients, right? For example, let's say I give a call, and this is something that we do with a different spa right now. But essentially, if someone makes a call, right, and asks a general question, saying, when do you guys open, blah blah blah, then instead of the receptionist, I guess you can say they can pick up, but instead of the receptionist picking up and just answering their question, the AI can reach back out to them saying, hey, I saw that you called. Were you still interested in wanting to book an appointment? And then that's when the appointments keep on booking.
That's
right?
kind of the thing I like. That's kind of because I think my problem is with the receptionist because it's a cost and sometimes it's not efficient.
What's not efficient about it?
If you have someone coming, one of your employees, it's a bad day for her, she's in a bad mood, she's not going to be nice on the phone with the guest. And that I can control. But I know that sometimes I can lose bad my company because my receptionist is not good or doesn't do the right job, or maybe she's disturbed, or maybe they are not consistent to be pro all the time.
Okay, gotcha. And here's the thing with that, right? I mean, how many, let's say this, how many receptionists do you have like right now? Like currently?
What?
Just one. Okay. So the woman that I talked to on the phone, she's the only one.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So are you not satisfied with
If I can have AI be able to automatically respond to the guest, book appointment, do the job, I will be happier.
Okay, because here's the thing with that, right? Obviously, we
And of course,
yeah.
the clients, if something's wrong, something more deep or whatever, we can have like type, if you want to talk with Claude or if you want to talk with someone, and then it's calling me or whatever, but I don't know what you think.
Yeah, you mind if I give you a suggestion?
Mm-hmm.
We recommend having at least one or two receptionists, always like at the front desk, only just because, let's say, because the AI can't handle walk-ins, AI can't really handle emergencies, right?
I know.
So, yeah.
But calls are great.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what we do for another med spa. So they had like around, they're a bigger salon med spa, but they had around like 6 to 7 receptionists. But since we implemented our AI system into their systems, they only really need two receptionists. So that pretty much cuts down from 7 receptionists into just 2 receptionists. And that's, that's like what? That's one less payroll per month, right? For example, that's one less salary per month. So they're pretty much just saving like 5 salaries per month off of just using the AI, right? So the AI can definitely help with that. I mean, it's just more so of like, because we have something called it's called a hybrid front desk operation, meaning the AI handles.
As you guys can see, like here, look at his face. Like he looks bored as fuck. Yeah, this is not a good call at all whatsoever. I guess like mistake here is don't go on a ramble and don't talk about things that, like I feel like it's more so of, asking the right questions and listening more in sales. Most people think sales is about talking. It really isn't. It's about listening more and then touching upon the things that, that matter, right? For example, he mentioned that, he would like to have some sort of services like this, but obviously a question would be, you don't need to go on a ramble about what we do and how we can help with that, but you can kind of dive deep into like, okay, how do you think our services would help you? So that way it makes them think more, and then you get a better logical answer rather than them just saying, yeah, I think it would help, if that makes sense.
Like the whole thing where it's pretty much just doing appointment setting, it's doing, it's reaching out to clients, it's also answering basic FAQs, right? But the receptionist is only there for the walk-ins, for emergencies. And for example, let's say a customer has a very bad complaint and they want to talk to you specifically, then the agent's going to be able to, transfer over the phone call over to you. That way, now every single phone call you get, now it's going to be an emergency. Instead of thinking, oh, is this another scam call? Is this another, one of those questions? Because I know your receptionist always hands you over the phone when someone wants to talk to you, right? So instead of the receptionist always having to come to you and back and forth, she can always just stay at the front desk, and the AI can just pretty much just transfer over the call over to your personal number. And then that way, every single call you get is an emergency or it's something that they want to talk to you specifically about, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I just want to ask, I know you said that your main goal is wanting to get more clients, right? Like what's the biggest majority? Like what's the thing that's taking the majority of the time off your business right now? Is it receptionist or is there something else?
No, receptionist is my biggest issue.
Okay. How long have you been dealing with this issue then? For 30 years or?
No, but here,
yeah.
Not 30 years, but it's always headache.
Okay. How long have you been dealing with the, I guess you can say the issue for?
The last couple of years. Sometimes I'm not dealing. Sometimes I have some very good team. I get good receptionists. Amazing. It's very cool. Sometimes, and people come and go. You cannot keep employee forever. So sometimes I get good. Sometimes not good. So it's the kind,
Okay. So you don't want to be dealing with, having to hire in, hire out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha. Then, if this has been going on for a while now, why haven't you done anything? Just pretty curious. Because I mean, AI's been out for around like 5 years.
Because I'm training my employee and I try to train them, and because I don't know that it was the AI, you can do something like that.
Okay, so this was just something that recently like came up on your mind wanting to
Yeah,
implement
it
AI.
came up because you called me, because I never thought about AI kind of this.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's good that it's good that I reached out, right? Because I mean, there's a lot of spas and salons that don't really do this, you know, especially like dental clinics as well. A lot of clinics and just businesses with receptionists, they don't really have an AI in the front desk, you know. So it's good that it's pretty early. It's never too late. It's pretty early that I guess I reached out to you. So I mean, with all that being said, I mean, let me show you my screen and then I'll show you exactly what it is that we do and what exactly that we don't do. See if it's a good fit, and then maybe we can schedule something further, and then maybe we can kind of go from there and see how we can able to get into your systems and then go from there. So let me know if you see my screen here. Give me a second. Give me a second here. Sorry, I'm just trying to share my screen. Okay, cool. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as you may know, it is my business is called Incendia. So it's just not me. I also have a team of developers. So I've been in,
Honestly, don't mind the presentation. Obviously you can go and ramble through the presentation, but obviously the first part of the call, it shouldn't be like you rambling on. It should be them rambling on. And yeah, like I said, don't mind the presentation. To be honest, it was my first time actually presenting it, so obviously there's going to be mistakes.
been using AI for around like 2-3 years now. So we've been, the biggest company we work for is LinkedIn, but we weren't like genuinely like in a collaborative environment. Like we were kind of like working with them a little bit here and there. So I'm pretty sure you know what LinkedIn is, right? You've heard of it? Yeah. So we've been kind of working with them a little bit. So we just pretty much use their tech to kind of incorporate into the AI receptionist. So yeah. So you might be wondering like why AI? I know we talked about it. I mean, why would you want to train your employees? Why would you want to do everything by yourself when pretty much you can have everything done for you, right? Instead of having to waste your time on trying to train your employees for like weeks, months, and then eventually they just don't want to work anymore. Then that's kind of like a waste of time, right? So pretty much done for you, right? So it's not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna show you how to do it, and you do it yourself. It's nothing like that. It's pretty much all done for you. Okay. So now we're gonna get into the things that we don't do. So for example, we had a client where they wanted to incorporate this system in that system, this system, right? We're an AI consulting business. So if we see something that we know is going to work, then we're going to give you recommendations, right? But let's say that you want to automate your whole front desk. You don't want no receptionists. We don't recommend that. And we're not going to do that for you because at the end of the day, right, as long as you guys are making money, then we are making money as well, right? As long as you guys are getting results, then we're getting results for you. So we're not just going to come in and say, change your whole business into AI because AI is not there yet, right? Eventually AI is going to get there.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure that you're taking small steps toward it. For example, instead of, you having to worry about your receptionist all the time, then you can at least have AI in there, and then as time goes on, then maybe you can replace them, right? But so as of right now, we're going to just stick with some recommendations and take small steps toward that, right? So that's something we don't do. We're not going to just come into your business and say you have to replace everything in AI. We're going to give you recommendations on what you can change, and it's your opinion, right? Obviously, it's your business, or it's pretty much what you want to do. So we're just going to give you recommendations on what you're able to kind of wanting to change, and then go from there. Okay. Now, another thing what we don't do is we don't provide mentorship, right? For example, if you come to us, and say, David, I want to be able to learn how to make my own AI for this. We're not going to show you how to do it because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that this is done for you. This isn't done with you. This isn't going to be done for you with us, right? We're just going to be able to, come in, implement the system into your business, and then that's it, right? And obviously, maybe we'll do mentorships in the future, but right now we're not really, too fond of trying to show people how to do it because it's really complicated. AI, and obviously you got to learn how to code and stuff like that, so it's going to take a lot of time. Do you have any questions so far? I mean, you can start. You can feel free to stop me.
It's perfect.
Gotcha, no worries. And then last thing as well, pretty much the same thing. We're not going to add in like unnecessary systems. I mean, if you want this, if you want that in your business, and if we feel like it's not going to work out,
I'm debating right now for us.
no worries, go ahead.
After 1 second, can she do it?
She just does like the numbers. I will fix it.
After 1 second, baby.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, you can obviously like see like, this was not a good time for him. So I knew I wasn't going to get the sale.
Business, then we're going to hop on another call, and that's when we're going to, really just kind of talk about more on what exactly it is that you want, how exactly it is that you wanted to get set up and stuff like that. Usually, I mean, this, setup really takes around like 7 days. So it usually takes about like 5 days a week for it to be completed fully. That way it could be like integrated into your business. And then after that, you have like pretty much full access to the AI. And then you have like all the, individual things as well. That way you're able to control if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, gotcha. So let me see, give me a second here. Now, foundation 2 is pretty much like just building out the AI, right? For example, I mean, once you do get started, you're going to get like a form. So once you get a form, you're just going to fill out your information, right? It's going to be like, the business name, pretty much like what you want to be able to integrate. And it's just pretty much like what you want, right? Obviously, it's not just an AI receptionist. I know there's like a lot of other companies out there that just give you an AI receptionist for like appointment scheduling and stuff like that, but we're much more. right? It's much more than just an AI receptionist, if that makes sense. And we'll get to that later. But I mean, after it's completed, there's gonna be like a demo of the AI in action. And here's the thing: we want to make sure that the AI is 100% completed before we go into your business, right? Because we don't want to be messing up your business. We don't want to be, just coming in and not giving it results that you're looking for, right? So before it's implemented, we're gonna test it out. We're gonna hop on a meeting again, and you're gonna hop on the phone with it, see how it works out. And once we get your satisfaction on how the AI works, then that's when we'll start, implementing everything into your business, if that makes sense. Cool. So I had a quick question. So do you currently use like a CRM, like a system or anything like that? Do you know what a CRM is?
Yeah. I got a system, like a booking system and a POS system.
Booking system. Okay, gotcha. Well, what's the booking system called? Is it Calendly or what's it called?
Vagaro.
Vagaro. Interesting. Can you spell that out for me real quick?
Vagaro.
Oh, Vagaro.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of that before. Okay, so anytime someone wants to book an appointment, that's your booking system. Is that right?
Yeah, booking and check-in, check-out.
Okay, interesting. That's pretty interesting. I have never heard that before. Okay. So check out. Check in and check out. Okay. And another thing is, since our agent pretty much like records everything, we're not going to use the AI to do payments. So whenever someone wants to make a payment, right, then they're just going to get transferred over to the receptionist.
Yeah.
That way the receptionist can just handle that, right? Because we don't want you to. We don't want to be. We don't want to be getting their credit card information on an AI where it pretty much records it, right? So that's where we'll transfer over the call when someone is ready to make a payment over to the receptionist at the front desk, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Foundation 3 is pretty much just delivery, right? So upon approval, you'll be pretty much given access to like the AI. And we'll talk about the pricing a little bit later on, right? But pretty much once the AI is delivered, it's for you, yours to keep, right? As long as like the agreements are good. And then we'll just provide you like instructions and we'll give you like a quick guide, a tutorial on how to pretty much use it. For example, if someone wants to talk to you and they want to be transferred over to you personally, we'll just show you how to do that, and we'll just put your phone number in and it'll be just transferred over to you and stuff like that, right? And then once the agents, once the AI is completed and once the AI is in your business, we're just going to monitor for like 7 days to see if there's like any errors or like any miscommunications. And if there is, please let us know. That way we're able to fix it right away. We've never had that issue before. I mean, we're currently working with like 3 med spas right now. We don't have any issues at all in the first 7 days. But if there is, just let us know. If that makes sense.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. So before we get into deliverables, right? I mean, does everything make sense? Like, feel free to stop me if it doesn't.
No, it's okay. I need to move on. So that's good. So far, everything's perfect.
Okay, cool. Because I'm just pretty curious. Like, I know you said.
Okay, that's good. If someone says no, they're good on questions, just move on to the next one. That's a mistake I did. I was like, hey, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? If they say they're sure one time, then they're sure. But yeah, that's a good thing to do always. Like once you guys are done with the presentation, just don't move on. You want to make sure that you limit any objections. So you can just say something like, hey, are you sure? You have any questions at all? If they say sure, you move on. And then if they have a question, you just answer the question.
You've been dealing with this, like, just hiring in and hiring out receptionists and stuff like that. Because I initially reached out to you since, I checked your posting on Indeed for like potential receptionist opportunity, right? So, I reached out to you on that. So.
And don't say all this bullshit. Honestly, I don't know why the fuck I said all this, but just move on.
I just want to ask, like, let's say this goes on for another 6 months, right? You're not using AI, and you're just kind of like doing the same exact thing. Like, what do you feel like is going to happen if you just don't, utilize AI now?
I don't know. Keep continuing to work like I'm doing. Maybe find someone good, maybe not, maybe struggle. That'd be great. I can predict, but so far I keep continuing like every salon does in the world without AI, because AI is brand new. I don't think I got a bigger issue than any other salons before. I don't think I got less or more. It's like the issue of any company who work with human resource, and sometimes you have good people, sometimes less good people, sometimes very great people, sometimes not. So I can predict. If I get a chance to find some very good employee, very professional, they're gonna work great, I'm gonna be great. If not, not.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, right? do you really want to just keep on, training employees in and out every single time until you find like an employee? Do you really want to keep on doing that or not?
Yeah. No.
No, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Right? Because at the end of the day, like as a business owner, right? Your main priority should be to get more clients and be able to, meet those client satisfactions, right? Instead of having to, hiring people in and out and trying to train them every single time, right? If you want to do that, then obviously you got to hire a manager. But a manager's going to also be, another payroll to add into, into your salary, right? So you don't want to be doing that. So at the end of the day, AI is going to be growing pretty fast, right? And even if you don't do start, right? And I totally get it. Even if you don't do start, eventually you're going to have to put an AI into your business, right? Because every other business is going to be putting AI into your business, so it's better to start start now rather than later. So we'll show you. So I'm going to show you back my screen. So pretty much the deliverables. So you might be wondering like what it is exactly is that we do, right? And how we're able to put it into your system. I already explained how we're able to put it into your system, but I'm just going to show you how exactly it works, right? So pretty much it works like this, right? So the key features are going to be personal appointment scheduling, as well as basic FAQs, knowledge base, call routing and transfers, and we'll get to like the bottom part, like right here, like a little bit later. But essentially, right? It's a personal appointment schedule, right? When someone calls, they're going to pretty much get booked on. If they say they want to book an appointment, then the AI is going to handle all that. Now, if they want to ask a general question, then the AI is going to answer that as well. For example, I know you probably get a lot of calls saying, when do you guys close? When do you guys open? Are you guys open on holiday hours, right? Then that's where the agent pretty much handles that, right? That way the receptionist doesn't have to waste their time handling that, and that way you don't have to waste your time handling that as well, right? I mean, how many times have you gotten a question like that? When do you guys open? When do you guys close? I'm pretty curious.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, you guys get a lot of questions, right? Like just
Oh yeah,
general
a lot of questions. Yeah, a lot of questions. Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of questions.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys always have to pick up the phone and answer those questions, right?
Yeah, all of that we can work on that for sure. And
Yeah, and just think about how much time you could have saved if you just had an AI to pretty much just handle it.
that's the main goal. That's what I'm looking the most. Yeah, but that's what I'm looking the most. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the main priority for you? Is it more time on your hands, or is it more clients that you want to get, or is it both? Like
Both.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So that's kind of exactly what it is that we do, right? For example, we save you much more time. That way you don't have to, waste your time on unnecessary things that you can utilize AI for. So that's another thing. FAQ knowledge base. That's what FAQ stands for. Facts and questions, and then call and routing and transfers. What we talked about, right? For example, if someone has an emergency, they're going to be transferred over to you directly. That way, every single call that you get, you either know that it's an emergency, or you either know it's for you exactly, right? So whenever someone calls a business, AI is going to talk, blah blah, and then they're just going to get transferred over to you immediately. So instead of having to talk with the receptionist directly, right? For example, like instead of me talking to the receptionist and the receptionist handing the phone over to you, then whenever the agent or the AI agent talks to someone and they want to get transferred over to someone else, they're just going to get transferred over to you directly. If that makes sense. That way it's way easier. That way it's like way easier. Yeah, like a 1-2 step process instead of like a 1-2 3 4 step process. And then this one right here is pretty cool. So it's a customized dashboard. So you might be wondering, okay, well, how many calls am I even getting a day, or how many people are just booking on appointments with us today? Like, have you ever wondered about that? Like how many calls you get a day and stuff like that, or no?
No.
You've never, okay, yeah, and that's the main issue, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to grow your business, right, you got to know your numbers, right? And if you don't know your numbers, then how do you expect yourself to grow, right? Because there's this one salon that we're working with, and then pretty much our contract got ended, but pretty much like they weren't really tracking their stats, like their numbers on how many calls are being called per day and stuff like that, and they just had no way of knowing how many people are calling, and just no way of knowing like how to improve, right? Because they don't know their numbers. So we're pretty much going to give you a customized dashboard where you're pretty much able to look at everything and see how many calls are in per day, how long the calls are, how pretty much the calls have gone for, how many people have booked on appointments, and it's going to be pretty much per day, weekly, and monthly, right? For example, I'll show you my screen right now. I want to show you an example of how it looks. Give me a second here. But does everything make sense so far? Like nothing too confusing at all?
No, it's perfect.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me show you this right here. So this is how exactly it looks. So this is a dental clinic that we work with. So let me show you right now. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Okay, cool. Let me know if you see this. Give me a second here, sorry. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here, give me a second.
Yeah, man, give me some demo because I'm gonna running out of time soon. Okay, my friend.
Yeah,
very interesting. But
See, he also said that he's running out of time soon, so definitely not a sale here. But I don't know if I remember. This was back in September 26, 2025. So yeah. So let's see if I actually got to move the sale forward, or I guess move the call to like a closing call.
Starting to running out of time, but please give me some good demo right now. I need to see really what it is. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. So this is kind of how it looks like, right? For example, this is the dashboard I was talking about. So for example, you'll see how many total calls are in, the average call duration, AI resolution rate. We'll talk about that later as well. You'll see how many tasks. So you're pretty much going to get like your full dashboard like this while having the agent pretty much handle everything. So this is, for example, this is a dental clinic that we work with. You'll see the dashboard, you'll see the call log, you'll see the chat demos, you'll see the appointments I've been, you'll see the patients, you'll get the name and phone number and stuff like that. And it's pretty much everything all into one. That way, instead of you having to, go on your CRM and stuff like that to track, then you'll have your own dashboard, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know how much time do you have left? Because I don't want to rush this thing. So
no, let's go. It's passionate, so I'm gonna figure it out. So let's go.
Okay. Yeah. No worries. Then let me share my other screen. Then give me a second here. I'll share my other screen. Okay. Cool. So like I was saying, that's pretty much it, right? For example, there's going to be automated follow-ups as well, right? And like for example, your main goal is to get more clients, right? And you don't want to be missing out on missed opportunities. So our main goal is to make sure that we use follow-ups and reminders, email reminders as well, to pretty much reach out to clients saying, hey, I saw that you made a call. I saw that you made an appointment that you never came to. Do you still want to book on? Do you still want to come? Are you still interested in wanting to book an appointment with us, right? So it's automatically it's going to send it's going to send reminders every single time. That way the client books on an appointment, if that makes sense. That way you have no more missed opportunities. Yeah. And then other things as well, CRM integration. And then here's another thing as well. We also do personalized app integrations, where if you want your own personalized app where people can just download on like the mobile app, and then they can just book on appointments from the app itself instead of having to call every single time, then we can also do that. But obviously we'll talk about that a little later, if that makes sense. Have you ever had a thought of wanting your own app before, or no? Or do you have your own app right now? No. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's a little cool thing. It's pretty cool. But like I said, why you use AI without using AI, obviously there's going to be, ongoing salary costs, right? For example, having a receptionist is going to be a salary. You're going to have limited availability, right? A receptionist can only work certain hours, right? Like you mentioned, if they want to go on vacation, they got to go on vacation. If they have a family emergency, they have a family emergency, right? So they're pretty much like unable to take calls at those times. And whenever you guys close as well, right? Then there's not going to be anyone to really pick up the phone, right? So it's pretty much, without using AI, it's, there's going to be some human errors. Humans aren't, us humans, we aren't always perfect. So, we're going to forget some details and we're going to make some mistakes and, we're going to get distracted, right? But using AI, right? I mean, it's pretty much 20%, right? It's not going to stop. I mean, it's pretty much fast and accurate scheduling. So, if someone wants to schedule an appointment, it's going to be fast and easy and it's cost effective. I mean, you're not going to pay an AI, a monthly salary, right? You're not going to pay an AI $70,000 a year or $50,000 a year to just pretty much run, right? I mean, it's not you. So, because an AI, if it's there, that's going to be there forever, right? And it's pretty much friendly, we can, and you might be wondering if it sounds like pretty robotic. It does not. AI, some AIs do, but this AI that we made fully customizable, it sounds like a human being. And I sent you over the demos, so definitely check that out. But that's pretty much what the AI is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Now, so the payment plan. So we're kind of talking about pricing, right? So the initial investment is $5,000, right? But that's for installments. For example, we know a lot of med spas don't have that, med spas or salons, and I'm not saying that's you, right? But I'm saying we know most businesses can't afford $5,000 upfront, right? Which is why we have installment plans. For example, in order for you, as long as you get to the $5,000 in 2 or 3 months, then that's what we're able to do, right? For example, you won't be paying.
Going forward, just literally just say the price and leave it at that and see what he says. If he says, oh, it's too expensive, he's broke, see if you can make a payment plan. If he says, okay, let's do it, then just do it.
Any monthly fees, once the payment is paid off, it's for yours to keep, if that makes sense. Like, there's not going to be a monthly thing where it's going to be like, oh, you have to pay us $10,000 per month in order for you to keep the agent, because we know that's not sustainable. We know, businesses, local businesses, small businesses, and just even big businesses.
And after, how much is going to be after that investment?
Nothing. It's 4 years to keep. That's the thing.
I pay what, 5,000 and that's it.
Yeah, it's 4 years to keep, because here's the thing. A lot of businesses, they try to incorporate monthly payments into it, right? For example, once you pay this, it's gonna be like $5,000 per month. We're not gonna do that because we know it's not sustainable.
So
we know
I pay $5,000 and I have your services forever.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not 5,000. That's what I'm trying to get at. If you want to pay up front, then it's only 3,500. That's our promotion. But as long as you get to the 5,000, then that's how it goes. Our services are for yours to keep forever. Your agent, your AI voice receptionist is for yours to keep forever. For example, let's say you want to do a 2-month installment, right? Rather than trying to pay the 3,500 up front. Then, for example, if you want to get started today, let's say we get started today, right? Then you're going to pay the 2,500 up front, and then the next month, then you'll pay the 2,500. And then after you get to the 5,000, that's when you get to keep our services, your AI forever. No monthly installments, if that makes sense. And then if you want to do 3 months, then we also have a plan for 1,667, where it's pretty much
sounds good. So David, we need to stay in contact. I want to have more time very soon next week. But if you have a link, you have a video demo that I can see, or you can send me a demo, video explication, what you're doing, whatsoever, and things like that.
Yeah, no, because I know you got to get going. So let me give me a second here. Let me
proper stuff, and then eventually you send me a brochure. It's very interesting. I'm interested. To be honest, I'm very interested.
Yeah, no worries. Then let's do a follow-up soon, because I know you said that you were pretty.
Yeah, David, I give you my mobile and you text me. Don't call me, text me, and then we'll call you back. My mobile is 702.
Give me a second here. Let's just schedule something for next week then, because I know you said that you're pretty much more free next week, right? So do you want to do Monday or Tuesday? Or do you want to shoot for like maybe
Monday?
You want to do Monday? Okay, cool. So Monday, what time? So you're okay.
Monday we do 10 a.m.
10 a.m. your time? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's 12:10 for you right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm over in Texas. Yeah, I'm over here in Texas. So so I'll just write that down then.
Okay, sounds good.
Baruch, and then just the same email, right?
Yeah, same email, okay?
Okay, and what's a good phone number then? I can send it over.
702 524.
Okay, I think that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, I rate this call a solid 4 out of 10. I did some good things, but definitely it was pretty hard to watch for sure. But hopefully you guys got some knowledge and some things out of this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. But other than that, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.